Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're watching me for the first time, then myself Priyanshi Rathore, our new course, and that is Ultimate Python course from beginner to advanced. So if you are a complete beginner or want to improve your skills in Python, then this course is for everyone. And now you will ask me what makes this course different. In this course, after each topic, we will solve some practice interviews question and we will make some creative projects that will help you to build logic and to understand Python in a better way. In this course, I'll teach you each and everything in detail, how code run in backend, how to build its logic, how to build its pseudocode with the help of diagrams. So by the end of this course, you will have the confidence to build some major projects. So if you want to learn Python step by step, then this is the perfect playlist for you where each and every tutorial is connected to each other. So watch each topic from starting and slowly we will move to advanced topics. And the best part in this playlist is that after each topic we are creating some amazing projects and we are practicing some questions also. You will get this playlist link in the description box. You can check out. And now without wasting any further time, let's continue our Python series. So now our next topic is strings. And what are strings? So let's see. Strings are sequence of characters enclosed in quotes. In Python, you can use single quote, double quote or triple quotes to define string. Yes, there are three types to define your string, and that is first you have to write your string inside single quote, then inside double quote and then triple quote. So when we can use and how we can use it, so let's see in Visual Studio. That is, first I will show you how to write string inside single quote. Okay, so for that I'm creating a variable and that is name where I'm storing my name. This is the single quote. Okay, and now I'm storing my name and that is Priyanshi. Okay, now the second type of code is double quote. So let's see, I am giving its variable name that is names. Okay, and in this inside double inverted comma you have to write your string that is double quote, that is Priyanshi and Rathore. Okay, now the third thing is the third type of code is triple code, and why we use it and when we can use it. I'll tell you. I'm creating a variable and that is paragraph. So by the name you can understand that when you want to store multi-line string you can use triple quote. How we write triple quote? Write single quote three times. See here, single quote 1, 2 and 3. See, three times you have to write single quote. This is the triple quote and we can use it for the multi-line string. So I'm writing here I am, or I can write here hello Priyanshi. Okay, now, or you can write here also as your wish, how are you. Okay, so I hope you understood how to write a triple quote and when to use it for the multi-line string. So now we can print these. So for print, I'll write print here and then the first variable is that is name. I'm writing here. Then the second variable is names. Inside bracket, we can write names. Okay. And the third variable is paragraph. So see here, paragraph. Now I will run this code and let's see. See here, it's showing correct output. That is first name variable where Priyanshi is stored inside single quote. So it's showing correct output. It's not showing any error for the single quote, neither for the double quote and neither for the triple quote. Our code is correct. And the second is names and where we have stored Priyanshi Rathore. So it's showing that. Then for the triple quote in paragraph variable we have stored our multi-line string and that is hello Priyanshi and in the next line how are you. So same, it's showing as output hello Priyanshi and in next line it's showing how are you. So I hope you understood this. Now we will see our next topic in string and that is operations. Yes, there are two types of operations in string and that is first is concatenation and the second is repetition. What does concatenation means? Concatenation means when you want to add two strings, then you can use concatenation. By the name you can understand that concatenation means two string you want to add. Okay, for the addition you can use it. So let's see. if I want to add two strings, so then I will use concatenation. So for that, I have comment out my previous code. Now I'm writing, or I'm creating a variable, and that is name 1. Okay, here I'm storing my name, that is Priyanshi. Okay, now the second variable I'm creating, because for the concatenation obviously you will need two variables, then only you will add them or you will concatenate them. That's why then the second variable is name 2, and here I'm storing my surname, and that is Rathore. Okay, now I want to concatenate it. For that, let me show you. See here, you can write print, then inside bracket you can write name 1, because I'm printing both of my variable data. That's why I'm writing here print for the name 1 and then for the name 2, and then I will concatenate them. So now I'm adding these variables. So name 1, then plus, then name 2. Okay, so we have added both of our variables. So now I will run this code. See here, first it's showing name 1, that is Priyanshi, then name 2, then that is Rathore, and now I'm adding both of the variable, and that is name 1 and name 2, and that is Priyanshi Rathore. You can also write like this also. See here, you can create another variable, and that is full name. Okay, full full name, and now you will add both of our variable, and that is name 1 and name 2. Okay, and now you will print the full name. That's also correct, as your wish, both are correct. Print, then I will print full name. So let's see, it will show correct answer. See here, it's also showing correct answer, that is Priyanshi Rathore. If you want to print space also, so you can add here space, plus, then inside double inverted comma, space, and then again plus sign here. Okay, I'll write here space also so that it can look better. See here, Priyanshi Rathore, now it's showing space. Okay, so I hope you understood. So now the next type of operation string is, that is repetition. What does repetition means? If you want to print your string more than one time, then you can use repetition. How do we use it? So let's see. That is, for that I have to create a variable, that is my name. Okay, my name, or anything you can write here, data. I'm giving my variable name, that is data. Okay, so now I am storing a data here, that is Python. So if I want to print Python more than one time, okay, so how do we print as output? So let's see, that is, you have to write print, and inside this bracket you have to write the variable name where your data is stored. So that is data variable. Okay, now you will use star, means multiplication sign. Okay, and now you will write here how many times you want to print your data. If I want to print my data 2 times, okay, so I will write here 2. Okay, so now Python will print 2 times. So let's see. See here, Python is showing 2 times as output. If I want to print Python 5 times, so now I will write here 5, and now I will run this code. See here, 5 times it's showing Python, 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 Python. Okay, so like this repetition works and concatenation works. So now we will jump to our next topic in string, and that is, let's see. So this is our example for string. So our example is, here I have created a variable, and that is hello world. Okay, after that we are accessing them by its character. Okay, if you don't understand what is this and how do we access it, don't worry, I'll explain you in the most easiest way. That is, if I want to access any of the character in string, for example, if my name is written here, let's see here, let me take this example only. My name is written here Priyanshi. Okay, and I only want to access my first character, that is P. So how do we access it? We can access it by its index number. And what does index number means? In easy language you can understand it like that. We have our address. Okay, if you live in Indore, Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, you have your address, right? So similarly in string, each and every character have its index number. That means it has its address. Okay. So by default in string in Python, index number starts from 0. Index number starts from 0. So if I take this example, my name Priyanshi. So P will have index number 0 because it's starting from 0. Then R will have, you can increase that index number by 1. 0 plus 1, that means 1. So R will have 1 index number. Then I will have increase by 1, that is 2 index number. Then Y will have 3 index number, then 4 index number, then N will have 5, then S will have 6, then H will have 7, and the I will have 8 index number. Okay, so I hope you understood what is this. So now we will access characters by its index number. So let's see. So now I will comment out this code and we will create our new code for that. So let's see in image. Okay. So we are accessing characters. Okay. And then we will print it. Okay. So now I will create a new variable and that is text. And here I am storing I love Python. Okay, so I have written this and now I want to access by its index number. So what will be its index number? You tell me. So let me tell you now. This I will have 0 index number. Then this space will also be counted here. Okay, so don't think that we will only count our characters. No, inside string, if you are using any special symbols, for example, if you are using these and, or you are using slash sign, okay, or you are using anything comma dot, it will count that also. So if you are using here space, it will count that. So I will have 0th index number, space will have 1 index number, L will have 2 index number, then O will have 3 index number, then 4 index number, then 5, then this space will have 6 index number, then P will have 7 index number, then 8, then 9, then 10, then 11, and then 12. So here index is 12. Okay, I am just comment out this. I am only writing for your understanding. So our index number is 12. So that means our last character in a string index number is 12 and index number is 12. Okay, so our string is ending at 12 index. Now if I tell you that count its length, what is our string length? So let me tell you how we will count it. We will count its length by counting its characters, how many characters are there in a string, and we will also count its space also. Okay, so for counting our length, that is 1, I is 1, then space 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9, then 10, then 11, then 12, and then 13. Yes, our length is 13. So don't get confused by index number and length. Index number is starting from 0. That's why its last index is 12. But for counting our characters, obviously we will start from 1 only. That's why its length is 13. Okay. So if I want to print its length, how do we find it? So we will write code for finding its length. Then we will write for accessing them. Means for accessing our characters. So first I am writing code for finding its length. Means text length. I love Python length. Okay, so for that I will write here print, then inside bracket you have to write length method. Okay, len is a method which is a pre-written code, you can understand like that, which software engineers have already written and we are only using by its name. We are neither writing its logic, neither writing a long code. We are only writing its name so that it can find our string length. Okay, so for that, and then you have to write the variable name, that is text, because we have to find the length of this only, I love Python, and that is stored in this text variable. That's why I'm writing here text. Okay, so now I will run this code. So see here, it's showing 13. Yes, it's correct answer because our string length is 13. Okay, now the next thing is, that is we have to access characters. Okay, so if I want to access a particular specific character, and that is if I want to access this L only. Okay, I don't want to access this complete string. I only want to print this L as my output. So how do we print it? Let's see. That is, you have to write print, then the variable name where your string is stored, that is text. Okay, then you have to write square bracket. Okay, don't use parenthesis, you have to write square bracket, and inside that square bracket you have to write the index number which you want to print as output. I want to print this L as output, so what is its index number? That is, I is 0 index number, this space is 1, and this L is 2 index. So that's why I'm writing here 2. Okay, so now I will run this code. So see here, it's showing correct output, that is L. So we have understood how to access a specific character, one character. So now the next thing is, if you want to access the last character, so how do we access it? Obviously we can count its index number, and that is 12. We have already seen the last character index number is 12. So let's see. Then variable name inside square bracket, that is 12, and now it will print n. See here, now it's printing n. But if I write here -1, so now tell me what answer will come. The last index number answer will come. Yes, there are two ways to print your last index character. That is, you can directly write its index number, or either you can write -1. -1 means the last index. It doesn't matter your string length is 12, 13, 100 or 1000 or 10,000. Okay, it will directly print the last index. Your string length can be whatever. It will directly print your last index character. So that's why now I will run this code. See here, it's showing n only. That is our last index number character. I hope you understood. Now the next thing is, if I want to print, see here, I'll show you one more thing that is very interesting. If I give the variable, then square bracket, and then I am writing here 0. What does 0 means? 0 will print the first index number, means this. It will print I because it's starting from 0. That means the first index number will be I. Okay. So now our next topic in string is string slicing. What does string slicing means? I have already taught you slicing in our previous tutorial, and that is tuples. If you have not watched, you will get its link in description box. But in short, I'll explain you. For example, if you want to cut your cake, means if you want a single slice of your cake, so what you do, you have a circle shape of cake and you want a single slice. So what you will do, you will cut it from here. One cut you will apply here, and the second cut you will apply here, and then you will take a single slice of cake, right? So means you are giving its starting point, then you are giving its ending point. Okay, so similarly in a string, you have to give two things. Keep one thing in mind, that is, you have to give two things in your string for slicing. That is, first is starting point and the second is ending point, and then you will cut your cake. What does this step means, that I will be teaching you in some time, but for now we are seeing how to slice our string. Okay, so let's see. For slicing a string, first we have to create a string. Then, so for that I am creating a variable, and that is text. In that I am storing my string, that is programming. Okay, so now I want to slice my string. So now I want to slice this string, and I only want this part, prog. Remaining I don't want. So what we will do for slicing it, see here, first we will see what are their index number, and then we will see what is its length, so that we can slice it. See here, I have already told you that in string its index number starts from 0. So p have 0 index number. Okay, then r have 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9, and then 10. Means last character of a string have 10th index number. And what will be its length? 11, obviously, because its index number is starting from 0. So last index number means last index number is 10 and its complete length is 11. Again I will count for the length. See here, it's starting from 1 for the length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, and its last index is 10. And if you apply a space here, then it will count that space also. Okay, so for that we will take another example, but here I am not applying space. Okay, so for slicing, so now I only want this part PROG. So for that, now I want to slice this string. So for that I am writing here print, then in parenthesis you have to write the variable name, okay, where string is stored, and that is our text, obviously. So for that I am writing here text. Now inside this you have to create a square bracket. It is recommending you that you have to give its ending point and you have to give its starting point. So first for the starting point, from where I want, from 0th index only I want for P. So I'm giving here 0. Then you have to write a colon here. Okay. Now you have to give its ending point. See here, syntax, starting point, then ending point. Okay. So for this starting point I have already given, that is 0. Ending point I want till G. So what will be its index number? 0, 1, 2 and 3. So I am giving here 3. And now I will run. See here, we will get its wrong output. Why? I'll explain you. First I'll run this. See here, it is only showing PROG, Pro, not G. Why? We have written here 3 index number and that is correct. It should give me P, R, O and G because its index number is 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay. But in tuples, I have explained you that in our Python, our Visual Studio will take one index number less than what you will give it as endpoint. I'll explain you again if you have not understood. In our Python, if you are giving its starting point, it will take that particular index number starting point. But if you are giving its ending point, then it will take less than one index number in ending point. For example, if you want till 3, you have to give here 4. Then it will take till 3. Now I will run this code. See here, it's showing correct output. Okay. If I want till M here, program. So what will be its index number? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. But I have to give here 7. If I am giving here 6, see here what answer will come. It's not showing RM. If we want M here, then it should give more than one index number. Okay. See here, now it's showing our correct output. We have already learned this in tuples tutorial. So now the next thing is in our slicing, that is I am writing here print. Okay. If I write here our variable name where our string is stored, and now I am not giving it starting point and I am writing here directly colon. Okay. And then I am giving its ending point, that is 3. So what output will come? See here, there is a rule that is if you don't give its starting point, then by default it will take 0th index. Okay. And if you don't give its ending point, then it will take its last index, whatever its last index is there, whatever your string length is there. It can be 10, it can be 1000 or it can be 10,000. It will take directly its last index number if you are not giving its ending point. And if you are not giving its starting point, it will take 0th index. So for that, now we will run. What answer will come? You tell me. For 3, I am not giving it starting point. So from 0, it will take 0, 1, 2 and 3. But it take less than one index number. For that, it will print PRO only. See here, it's only printing PRO. So our correct output is showing. So now the next thing is, now I will not give its ending point, but I will give it starting point. So for that I am writing here parenthesis, then our variable name. Okay, now square brackets. Now I am giving it starting point that I want 1. Okay, so from R it will print. So 1 and till where I am not giving its ending point. So now I will run this code. See here, from R it is starting and printing till last index number. Okay, because I have not given its ending point. So now the next thing is, so now comes this step part. If I want to skip alternative characters, so how we will write it? For example, if I want to print P, then R will be skipped, then it will print O, then G will be skipped, then it will print R, then A will be skipped, then it will print M, then this another M will be skipped, then it will print I, then this N will be skipped, and then it will print G. Okay, so for that we will see, that is print, then your variable name, that is text, then square brackets, and now you have to write here colon twice. Okay, one time colon you are giving it for the starting point and the ending point. If you want to skip after each or alternative character you want to skip, then you have to give two colons here, then you will write here 2. Okay, so now it will skip alternative character. See here, PORMIG. Yes, it's showing our correct output. So I hope you understood. P is showing, then R is skipped, then O is showing, then G is skipped, then R is showing, then A is skipped, then M is showing, then another M is skipped, then I is showing, then N is skipped, and then G is showing. So I hope you understood this part. So now we will jump to our next topic. So our next topic in our string is, that is modifying string. So keep one thing in mind, and that is our strings are immutable, means you cannot change your string after creation, but you can modify it in a way, that is first you can change your string in uppercase if you want to, and then you can change it in lowercase if you want to. So how? So let's see. For that I have to create a variable, that is item. Okay, string only, I am giving its name string. So now this is our variable where I am storing my string, that is my, I use both uppercase and lowercase letter. Okay, my string. So now this is my string. If I want to convert it into uppercase, so for that I will write here print, then your variable name, that is string, which we have created. Now dot, you have to apply here dot and then lower. So now this will convert it into lowercase. So now I will run this code and let's see what output will come. I'll just delete this and again I will run, otherwise you will get confused. Okay, I have not comment out that code, I think so. Yes, I have not comment out. Let me comment out first and then again we will run this code. So means it have converted our M and S and this complete string, which was already in lowercase, but this S and M was in uppercase, and it have converted it into lowercase. If I want to convert this complete string into uppercase, so for that I will write here print, then string. This string is a variable, not our actual string, and then upper. I will write here and then parenthesis. Now I will run this code. So see here, our string have been converted into uppercase. So I hope you understood this part. So now we will jump to our next topic. So now next topic in our string is, that is string formatting. I have already taught you this, but since it is part of our string, so that's why I am teaching you once again. So for string formatting, why we use string formatting? For example, if you want to print a simple text and the variable data together, then you can use string formatting. How will it work? So let me show you here. For that we have to create our variables. So for that I am creating variable, that is name here. Okay. Now I am giving Priyanshi name. Priyanshi. Now another is, that is year. Okay, when I was born. So for example, I'm giving here 2025. Okay, so now if I want to print this both variable data, name also, year also, and simple text also together, so how we will print it? See here, for that print, then inside parenthesis you have to write F here for the formatting. So with the help of this F, means string formatting, our Visual Studio will get to know which is our simple text and which is our variable. Okay, so for that, now after F, I am writing here double inverted comma, and inside this you have to write your simple text and your variable whose data you want to print as output. So for that I am writing here My name is, see here, this is our simple text. My name is, it will print as it is as output. Now I want to print our variable data. So for that I am writing it inside our curly braces. So I want to print this Priyanshi. So I will write this variable name here, and its data means Priyanshi, it will print here. So my name is Priyanshi and born in, and I want to write year. So I will write its variable name, that is this year. So for that I will write here curly braces, and inside this curly braces, curly bracket, we will write here year. Okay. So now I will run this code. So see here, our correct output is showing my name is, this is our simple text. So it is showing as it is. Then Priyanshi, that is stored in this variable. That's why it's showing Priyanshi here. Then simple text and born in, and then 2025, that is stored in this variable. So with the help of this string formatting, our code compiler get to know whose data it have to print as output and which part it have to print as a simple text. Okay. So I hope you understood this part. So now the next thing in our string is checking for the substrings. For example, if I give a string that is Python is awesome, and if I want to check that is our Python word exist in our string or not. So for that we can check. So for that we have to first create a variable, that is text. Then I am writing here Python is awesome. Okay. So now our string created. So now I want to check that this Python exists in a string or not. So for that I will write here print. Then inside parenthesis I want to write the word which I want to check, or the substring which I want to check, that is Python. So I will write this Python, and now I will write here in, means, so our Visual Studio with the help of this in is checking that this Python exists in a string or not, in this complete string or not. So for that I'm writing here Python in, and where we are checking, obviously in our variable text, because in variable text our string is stored. So for that I'm writing here. Now I will run this code. This code will give answer in true or false, means boolean value, which I have already taught you in our previous tutorial. See here, it's showing true answer. Yes, it's correct, because Python exists in our string. That's why. If I writing here Priya, so does Priya exist in our string or not? No, it does not exist. So see here, it's showing false answer. Okay. If I use not in, what does this mean? See here, if I write here Python not in and then variable name, that is text. So see here, what does this not in means? We are telling our code compiler, means Visual Studio, that this Python substring does not exist in our this string. We are telling it to our code compiler. So what answer it will give? It will give false answer, because Python exists in our code compiler, means Python exists in our string. So that's why. See here, it's showing false answer because Python exists in our string. If I write here Java, does Java exist in our string? No, it does not exist. That only we have written, that Java does not exist, not in our text variable. So yes, it is not in our text variable. So it will give true answer. See here, it's showing true answer. So I hope you understood what is the difference of in and not in, and why we use it. So that only I have written here. We can check if a substring exists in our string using in and not in. Okay. So now the next thing in our string is, that is reversing a string. It's very simple. So let's see. First we have to create a string, obviously, and then we will reverse it. So for creating a string, I'm giving it string name. Means our variable name is string name. Then I'm storing here Python. Okay. Now Python stored in our string name variable. So now I want to reverse this. So for that I will write here print. then the variable name where you have stored your string. So for that I will write here string name here. Then watch carefully here. You have to write two colons here. One colon you write when you want to give a starting point, ending point for slicing. Here you have to give two colons and then you will write -1 here. What does this -1 means? -1 means that it will start printing from the last index. Yes, it will start printing from the last index. It will start from here. From N it will print N, then O, then H, then T, then Y, then P. Okay, so now I will run this code. Let me delete this and again I will run this. I have not commented out that previous code, that's why it's showing that answer. It's okay. We will see here. See here. NOHTYP. Yes, this answer is correct. N, then O, then H, then T, then Y, and then P. So yes, it is showing correct answer. -1 means it will start printing from the last index. Whatever its length is there, from the last index, it will start printing and till the starting index. Okay. So now the next thing which we will learn in our string is that string methods. We have already learned some methods, but these are some extra methods and they are very important. So that is, first is our strip, then it is replace, then split, and then join. So our first type of method in our string is that is strip. What does this strip means? See here, it removes spaces from the start and from the end. It will not remove from the between, but it will remove from the start and from the end. So let's see. First is our strip. So for that I have to create a variable that is text. Here I am writing here Python is awesome or Python is easy. We can write this. Okay. Now I will apply some spaces start and at ending also I will add some space and then I will print this. So see here. When I will print its simple variable, then it will print with spaces. And when I will use this method, split method, then it will remove all the spaces from starting and from the end. So for that I will write here text dot strip. Okay, so now I will run this code. So see here, why it's showing this? It is showing this because I have not applied here parenthesis. That's why it's showing error here. Now I will run this again. So see here, it's showing our correct output. So keep this in mind. You have to apply parenthesis after method. Otherwise it will give error. So see here. Here I am printing simple variable where I have used spaces at starting of our string and at ending of our string. So it is printing as it is with space. But here I have used stripped method. That's why it's removing all the spaces from the end and from the starting. And now it's showing our correct output. So I hope you understood this part. So now the next type of method in our string is that is replace. So by the name you can understand like that. If you want to replace a string or if you want to replace a substring with another string, then you can replace it with the help of dot replace. So let's see how will it work. So for the replace method, first we have to create a variable. So for that I am creating a variable and its name is sentence. Okay, and here I am giving a sentence or I am giving a string that is I like Java programming. Okay, now we have written, I'll just give space here. Okay, and now I want to replace Java with Python. Means I like Python programming as output. So how will we do that? See here. First you have to write the variable name where your string is stored. So for that our variable is sentence. So I'm writing a sentence dot replace. You have to write here dot replace and then inside parenthesis first you have to write the old string. Okay, which is already written and that is Java. And now you have to write the new string which you want at the place of Java. that is Python. Okay, so now we have written this, and now this complete output will be stored in a variable. So for that I am creating a variable, that is new sentence. You can write like that. Okay, so see here, new sentence I have written here. Now I will print this. Okay, so now let's see what answer will come. Print inside parenthesis, you can directly write new sentence. Okay, so now I will run this code. So see here, correct output is showing, and that is I like Python programming. At the place of Java, Python is written. Okay, so I hope you understood this part. Now the next thing in this replace is that if you want to replace multiple occurrence, what does this multiple occurrence means? For example, if a word is written more than one time in your string, okay, and if you want to replace all these three, it doesn't matter it is written one time or 10 time or 20 times, okay, but if you want to replace all that a string with another string, then you can replace it. For example, I have written Java 3 times here, okay, and now I am replacing it. We don't have to change any code. So now let's see its output. It's showing correct output, means I have written Java 3 times, and now it have replaced Java with Python and 3 times. Okay, so I hope you understood how does this multiple occurrence works. Now our next type of method in a string is, that is split. So what does this split means? It means that split method will convert your string into list, and it will split each and every word from your string. So let's see its example. So for that, first we have to create a variable. I'm giving its name word. Then I am creating a string, that is I like Python. Okay, so now I want to split this string, so we will write print inside parenthesis. You have to write the variable name where your string is stored. So for that, word, then dot, then split, and then parenthesis. Don't forget this. Okay, and now I will run. So let's see, our string will convert into list. See here, our string is converted into a list. Okay, I is separated, like is separated, and Python is separated with the help of comma. Okay, so I hope you understood this part. So now our next type of method in our string is, that is dot join. So by the name we can understand like that we have to join our string. Yes, we have to join our substrings. Okay, how? We can join our string with the help of a separator. For example, you can use special symbols or special characters in that. Uh, Let me give you an example. If I want my string should look like that, if I join string with the help of hyphen, okay, I like, then hyphen, then Python, like that. If I want my string should look like, okay, I'm joining my substrings with the help of hyphen. So we can use dot join method. So let me comment out this, and now we will write code for this dot join. So let's see. So for that, we have already created our string, that is I like Python, and it is stored in variable word. Okay, so now I will directly uh, join this with the help of hyphen. So for joining this, we have to create another variable where it will be stored, that is joined, and then see here, uh, we have to join with the help of hyphen. That's why I'm writing here hyphen. Okay, then dot join, because we are using join method. Okay, and inside this parenthesis you have to write the variable where your string is stored. So I'm writing my variable, that is word. Okay, now I will print this. So see here, joined. So now I will run this code. Let's see what output will come. Watch this, huh? See here, why it's showing like that? I want like this output, right? I hyphen like hyphen Python, but it is joining each and every character here with the help of hyphen, and I want to join each and every word with the help of hyphen. Okay, so why it is showing like that? Because I have not told our code compiler that you have to join each and every word in our string with the help of hyphen. So it is assuming like that each and every character it have to join with the help of hyphen. That's why it's joining like that. I hyphen then space hyphen, because I already told you that in strings in our Python space will also be counted. That's why it's showing like that. I hyphen then space is also joining with the help of hyphen, then L hyphen, then I, then it is joining K, E and Python. Okay, but I want like this output. So for that I have to tell my code compiler that do one thing. This is my string. Okay, this is my string. Do one thing. Uh, Separate this string, each and every word. Okay, separate my string and separate each and every word from my string, not character, word. Okay, and then join that word with the help of hyphen. Okay, so for that we will write here. First do one thing, let me comment out this part. Okay, and this also, it is same only, but you will understand in a better way, that's why. Okay, so first do one thing, you split this. Okay, so for that I'm creating a variable that is joined here. Okay, I'm joining my string with the help of hyphen. That's why I'm writing here hyphen, then dot join method I'm using here. Okay, then inside this parenthesis you have to write the variable name where it is stored, that is word. Okay, and now do one thing, split my string. Okay, separate each and every word from my string. So that's why I'm writing here dot split, dot split here. Okay, then parenthesis. So now let me explain you this line. See here, this word is our variable where our string is stored, and I'm telling my code compiler then split this string. Okay, so how will it split? I will be separated, like will be separated, and Python will be separated. So this part of our code is separating our string, each and every word from our string it is separating. Means I is separated, like is separated, then Python is separated. Now this part, this join, what is this join is doing? For example, let me show you here. I, like and Python, they are separated with the help of this code. Okay, now this join will do, it will join this I with the help of hyphen, it will join to like, then like is joined to Python with the help of hyphen. See here, now this join will do like this. Now our output will come like this. So let me remove this part, and now I will run this code. Why it's not showing? Because I have not written here print, that's why I will write here print, then join. Okay, so now I will run this code. See here, it's showing our correct output because I have told my code compiler then first do one thing, split all the words, not characters, and then join that word with the help of hyphen. But if you want to separate each and every character, then you can directly write like this. Okay, so it will separate and print, but if you want to separate each and every word and then join with the help of hyphen or any special character, then you can write like this. Okay, so now we will do a practice question, and that is CSV to list converter. It is similar, but we will practice this. What does CSV means? CSV file is a type of file where data is stored but in a simple text form, but they are separated with commas. Okay, if you don't know, you can Google it or once see its image so that you can understand it in a better way. So I already told you that CSV is a file where data is separated with the help of comma, but we have to convert this CSV into a list. Okay, so for that we have to write our code. So for that first we have to write our string, okay, or our CSV data which we have to convert into string. So I am creating a variable where my CSV data will be stored, and CSV data is like that. See here, Java, then Due, then 22, then USA, or Python programming Okay, so like this our CSV file is there, and now I want to convert the CSV into our list. So for that we have to create another variable so that our output will be stored here. Means the answer what we want as output will be stored in this. So for that, data list. Why I am giving its name list? Because CSV will convert into list and that answer will be stored here. That's why. And here we will write CSV data, means the variable name where our data is stored, and then dot split. Why split? See here. Here our data is stored, okay, and they are joined with the help of comma. But if you want to convert it into a string, first you have to separate this. Each and every word you have to separate, okay. Then you will convert it into a list. That's why I have written here split. And I have written here split. Then we have to format our data. So for the formatting, I am creating a variable, that is, then I am giving here this symbol, okay, and then join, okay, and now I'm giving the variable name, that is data list. And now I will run this. If you have not understood, I will explain you once again, don't worry. Sorry, because we have not written here print. Okay, so now I have written here format. Now we will see our output. See here. So now let's see why it's showing our wrong output. Because here after split in this parenthesis we have not given anything. Okay, we have given simply space. So what does this code compiler is assuming? It is assuming that wherever space is there you split that string. Okay, but in a string there is no space. So how will it separate it? And after separating, how will it join this? Okay, with the help of this special symbol. Okay, so for that we have to tell our code compiler, you separate that part of string or that word or that substring, okay, which is joined by comma, because we have joined each and every word with the help of comma. That's why I'm telling my code compiler, wherever comma is there you separate that part, means you split that part. Okay, so now let's run this code. See here, now it's showing our correct output. Okay, if you want space here you can apply here space. And now I will run this code. See here, now it's showing our correct output. Let me explain you once more. A CSV is a file where data is stored and where a word is separated with the help of comma. There is no space. Okay, that's why I have not written any space here. Okay, so what we will do for converting this CSV to a list, first you have to separate each and every word which is written in a CSV file. Okay, so how we will separate it or how we will split it? We have to tell our code compiler, right? Which part of a string or substring or word you have to separate. So for that I'm telling my code compiler, wherever comma is there, from that part or wherever comma is there, from there you start splitting. Okay, here comma is there, that's why Java is separated. Then comma here, so this DOE is separated. Then 22, then this is separated. Then USA, then this is separated. Then Python is separated, and then programming is separated. So finally we have separated each and every word or each and every substring from my string. Okay, now I have to join. For the list I have to join, but with the help of this symbol. Okay, with the help of this symbol and space. So for that I have written here, you join with the help of this special symbol. Dot join method I am writing here, and this is our variable where our splitted string is stored. Okay, and after that I have print this. Okay, so we got our correct output. So now we will create our mini project, and that is we have to create a simple password generator. Means we have to create a code where it will ask the user for input, and user will give input and it will create a secure password for the user. Okay, So how we will write its code? First thing, the most important thing, and that is our code will ask three things from the user for input. That is, first will be its name, second will be its nickname, and the third will be its year, uh, its birth year. Okay. Then it will join all these three things, combine it, and then it will give as output. Means it will generate a password and it will give to the user. Okay. So for that we have to create our code. So let's start. So same it is written here, that is, this project generate a random strong password using user input. That only I have explained you. So for that we have to create first variable, that is username. Here our code will ask from the user for its name. So for that it will give input. That's why I am writing here input. User will give input. That's why now here inside parenthesis write enter your name. Okay. See here. After that, the second thing our code will ask to the user, that is write your nickname. So for that I am creating a variable, that is here nickname will be stored. What user will give input, because user is giving input, enter nick name. Okay. Now the next thing is give your birth year or your special year, any year if you want to give. So for that year variable and then input and enter special year. Okay. Then after that our code will combine this. Okay, and it will give as output. So for that I am creating a variable, that is password. Here here that answer will be stored what user will give. For example, user have given a name, then nickname, then year. Then this our code will combine that and that answer will be stored here in this variable. Okay. So for that I am writing here username. Okay. Then plus nickname, then plus, sorry, square bracket, then plus your year. So now we have written this code. Okay. Now tell me one thing, that if user is giving its name, its nickname and then year, okay, it will be very easy for the hacker to assume password. What type of secure password is this? Because it is very easy to assume or guess this password. Okay. For creating a strong password so that no one can guess this password, we have to write some conditions here. For writing these conditions, so if I tell my code compiler, my first condition will be there, which I will write here, that is whatever answer our user. Okay. For the name, you take that name, username, and you take only starting three characters. Only three characters. Whatever it is giving, we don't care, only take that three characters. Then from the nickname you only take six characters. We are only taking its starting six characters. Okay. And for the year you do one thing, whatever user is giving the year, you reverse that year. Okay. And now you join all these things and you create a password and you give it to the user, so that this password will be very strong. No one can guess this password, so our password will be secure enough. Okay. So let's write this condition here. I'm writing here, for the username you do one thing, you only take starting three characters, only three characters. So I have already told you that how to split our string. For example, see here, if I am writing or I'm giving my name Priyanshi, okay, and I'm telling my code compiler you take only starting three values, that is PRI. Okay. For that, so for that I will give here 0, because starting index we have to give, then colon, then I write PRI, but I have already told you that you have to write the ending index plus one index number. For example, this is 0th index, this is 1 index, this is 2 index, but I have to write here 3 so that it will take till 2. I have written here. You can also remove this 0 if you want to. By default it will take 0 only. I have already taught you that. Okay. So now for the nickname. So if I write my nickname, and that is Prinshu, that is Prinshu, okay, or Princu, both is correct. But if I write here Prinshu, okay. Now I'm telling my code compiler that you do one thing. You only take starting 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, only 4 characters. Only 4 characters from the nickname. We don't care your nickname is 10 characters or 20 characters. We are only taking 4 characters. Okay, from starting. So I'm giving here. You should start from 0. You should take characters from 0. Then starting 4 characters. Okay, 4 characters means PRIN. Okay, so 0, 1 index, 2 index, and then 3 index. So I have to write here 4. Okay. If you don't want to take from 0, if I want to make more strong password or more secure password, so for that, if I tell my code compiler, you do one thing, you start from 1 index. Okay, not from 0, 1 index, and till 4. So we have written here, means it will take from R, I, and N. Okay. Now I am telling my code compiler that whatever year user is giving, you reverse that year. You reverse that year. So for the reversing, I have already told you that colon, then -1. Okay. So it will reverse this. Okay. So we have written this also. So let me comment out this part. And now I will print this. That is password. Okay. I will write here this also. Your secure password. Password is, and then comma. And okay. So now it's correct. So now I will run this code. So what answer will come? Let's see. See here, it's asking my name. Okay, so my name is Priyanshi. Now my nickname. So Prinshu, Prinshu. Okay. And now my year. So I am giving 2025. Okay, now enter. See here, it is creating my password and it is secure enough. So let's see this answer, or we will understand how this answer is showing. See here, I told my code compiler that take from 0 index, because by default it will take from 0. Okay, sorry, it will take from 0. So that's why from my name it is starting taking from 0th index. So P, R, and I, 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, and till 3 index, means PRIY. But I already told you that it will not take till 3. It will take only till 2. It will take less than 1 index number for the ending point. So that's why it will take till 2. So 0 index, this is 0 index, this is 1 index, and this is 2 index. So it will take till PRI. So see here, it is taking PRI. That's it's showing here. See here, PRI. Then for the nickname, you start taking from 1 index, not from 0. So 1 index is this R. Okay, till 4 index, means I have already told you that endpoint, end index -1. Okay, so till 3 it is taking from 1 to 3. Okay, so 1 is this R, 2 is this, 3 is this. Okay, so it will take R, I, and N. So R, I, N, and that it is showing here. Okay, now for the year, I told my code compiler that whatever year user is giving, you just reverse it. So I have given here 2025. So after reversing, what answer will come? Start writing from the end, that is 5 2 0 2, and that only it is showing as output. So I hope you understood this part. So this project is easy also, and it will help you to build logic. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this project. Once again, I will run this code. So let's see what answer will come. Okay, so now I'm giving name. Okay, Shubham. I have given here name. Then enter. It is asking for the nickname. So I'm giving here Shubh. Then again I will enter. Then year. So I am giving year, that is 2003. Okay. So now enter. See here. SHU. Why? Because I have told that from 0th index and till 2. So that's why it is taking from 0 index until 2. So SHU. Okay. Then for the nickname, start from 1 until 3. So that's why start from 1, that is H, 1, 2 and 3. HUB. So HUB. Okay. Then 2003. So it is reversing, that is 3002. So that only it is showing. So I hope you understood this part and please practice this. You can change here for the practicing, that is if you don't want to give it start ending point. For example, if you don't want to give its ending point, and then you will run this code. Okay. So see here. It is again asking name, that is Shubham, that is nickname, that is Shubh, and then 2003. Okay. So see here. Our output is this. SHU for this till 2 index. Okay. Then I have written here starting point, but I am not giving its ending point. So by default it will take till the last index, till whatever length is there for our string. Okay. So for that, that is Shubh. So that's why it is starting from H, that is one index, and HUBH. So HUBH it is taking. Then it is reversing 2003 to 2003. Okay. So I hope you understood this project and you have enjoyed this project. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment to let me know how you liked it. Please share with your friends and family so that they can improve their coding skills and learn Python. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.